So right here I have the Keurig Supreme and the Duo Plus coffee makers, and I'm just gonna be going over some of the differences, and then at the end I'll make a cup of coffee with both of these. So the main differences between these two is the Duo Plus has a coffee carafe, and this one's only K-cup making coffee. So this one can be a little bit more diverse. So if you needed to make extra coffee for when people are over, or if you just wanted to make a cup of coffee for just you, this can do both of those things versus this one that just makes single cups of coffee. Now, as far as water reservoirs, this one actually only holds 60 ounces versus the Supreme that holds 66 ounces. So 60 ounces versus 66 ounces. So this one does have more markers on it. So it does have a minimum and then the cup sizes. So 4, 6, 8, 10, and then the max 12. And then this one just has that max marker. They both do have filters and they come with filters. One feature that these both have in common is the dual position water reservoir. So this one, it actually just has a lock button and an unlock button. So you press that and then slide it out. And then it can actually move to this direction as well. So this piece you just push down on and then it slides right out so that this can go in this direction. And again, it just slides up into the fully locked position. And then the wire can just go through straight to the back like so. And then this piece just snaps in on this side. Now this one over here, I think is a little bit easier. So you don't have to press any buttons. It's literally just a sliding mechanism. So you slide the A out, and then we're gonna move that wire out of the way. The B does slide down, and then you can just lift up. And then again, it just slides in right here. And that just slides in like that. So this one's a little bit easier to maneuver than this one that has the lock button. So I will say this one is made better than this mechanism. And now this one's behind and this one's on the side. Both of these are pretty slender. This one takes up a little bit less room, but that's to be expected since this one also has a carafe. And then both of these just slide out so that you can clean them easily. And then they also just come apart like so. This carafe is just basically a normal carafe. It unscrews like this, and it's stainless steel in here. So it just kind of looks like that. All right, now to get a better look at the Duo Plus. So you're just gonna pull out on this little tab, and that's how you get to the grounds. And this filter does just come out. So both of these can be put in the dishwasher. So this just goes back in there, and then it just slides in like that. And this carafe can make up to 12 cups of coffee. And then back here is where you can make your K-cup single cups of coffee. And it just looks like this inside. It does have the single puncture right here. So it has one single stream of water going through the coffee. And then here we have all of the buttons. So for the carafe, you would just hit this button, and then you would just select how many cups of coffee you want to make. So the 6, 8, 10, or 12. And then here we have the K-cup option. So you would press that and then choose ounces instead. So it would be 6 ounces, 8 ounces, etc. This one does have the strong coffee feature, which I appreciate. I do like that a lot. And then also when you plug this in just to set the time, you would just choose your hours and your minutes and then press the power button again and it'll set to that time. And this also does have an auto brew feature. So if you wanted to just auto brew the next morning, it can do that. So to do that, you would just press the power button and then press auto until it's blinking. And then you choose the time that you want it to auto brew and then choose all of those things as well. All right, now moving on to the Supreme. Now this one does not have a carafe, so it doesn't have all of those options, but it does have some things that the Duo Plus does not. So it does have all of the same ounce features, so 6, 8, 10, and 12. It does have that strong coffee feature, but in addition to those things, it also has an over ice feature, which I absolutely love. I have been trying out these refreshers that you actually make with your Keurig. And so you use that over ice feature to make these, and they are so good. Or to make iced coffee. It makes it a little bit cooler so that it's not melting your ice. It also makes your coffee stronger since you're not having to put as much ice in there. And then it does have a few notification lights over here as well. So it does have an add water notification light and a descale notification light. So that just reminds you to clean your machine when it starts getting all that hard water buildup. All right, last thing before we actually make some coffee for you, I did want to show you this one actually has a multi-stream function. So it actually gives your coffee a better, stronger flavor. And I have noticed that that has made a difference. It's one of my favorite features about the Keurig Supreme. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make some coffee and we're gonna see if they have the same brew time. So now they're both on, I just turned them on, and we're going to go ahead and select just a 6-ounce cup of coffee. And I just pushed go on both of these, and let's see which one brews faster. So as you could see, the Keurig Supreme brewed way faster than the Duo Plus. The Duo Plus takes a little bit longer to heat up than this one. The Supreme can just heat up like that. It's another one of my favorite things about this one. Overall, the main pro of the Duo Plus is that you can make a whole carafe of coffee or you can make a single cup. Versus this one, I would say the main pro is the speed of the pour. And then that multi-stream is another reason why I love the Supreme. Hopefully this helps you guys. Both of these coffee makers get a thumbs up from me.